Good morning, Messiah friends. I hope that you are having a wonderful morning. Um, Today is Sunday, November 14th. We are almost to Thanksgiving, and a lot of you are going to be taking tests, and midterms are coming up, and teachers are assigning lots of projects. So it's kind of a stressful time before the holidays. But I want you to know that you will be okay. You will study, you will prepare, you will ask for help when you need it, and you will be okay. All right? Please keep that in mind. You are not ever alone. You have parents and aunts and grandparents and friends and teachers who are there to help you and support you. Okay? And of course, you have your church family too at Messiah. I want you to think about something today that's a little bit different than before. Instead of doing a high and a low, I would like to think about a time when a door opened and when a door closed. And sometimes we hear this a lot in life. People will say, well, one door opens or one door closes, another door opens, or one door closes and a window opens. That's just a way of saying that when something ends in your life, something new begins. It can be really hard for something to end. Maybe it's a friendship, or maybe it's a group that you were a part of, or maybe a job, a part-time job that you really had, or a volunteering opportunity, or a sport that you loved. Something that you loved is ending, right? For me, it was high school. I loved high school. I had so many friends. I was in the band. It was a great time. And when it ended, I was really nervous because I had no idea what would come next. The door closed. And as you are waiting for the next door to open, the new part, the new chapter of your life, it can be a really uncertain time, like a limbo, an in-between time. Something ends and something begins. But for me, after high school, I went to college and studied education, and it opened the door for me to become an educator, which is one of the coolest things that I've ever done. And so it caused me to travel and meet a lot of really wonderful people and live abroad and all these cool things. So the door closed and the door opened, but we have to think about what we do in that in-between time, right? So think about a time when something ended for you, a door closed, but think about when the door opened. What was waiting for you on the other side? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read the Gospel of Mark now. And it is similar to what we're talking about. The destruction of the temple foretold. As he came out of the temple, one of the disciples said to him, "Look, teacher, what large stones and what large buildings." Then Jesus asked him, "Do you see these great buildings? Not one stone will be left here upon another. All will be thrown down." When he was sitting on the Mount of Olives opposite the temple, Peter, James, John, and Andrew asked him privately, "Tell us, when will this be, and what will be the sign that all these things are about to be accomplished?" Then Jesus began to say to them, "Beware that no one leads you astray. Many will come in my name and say, 'I am he,' and they will lead many astray. When you hear of wars and rumors of wars, do not be alarmed. This must take place, but the end is still to come. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be earthquakes in various places. There will be famines. This is but the beginning of the birth pangs." Wow, what does that mean? Two things here. I would say thing number one, Jesus is talking about some pretty intense things. He's talking about famines and hunger and war and sickness and some pretty difficult situations. But he said they're the birth pangs, which means sometimes, here's how I think of it. Jesus' words applied today in real life, IRL. I think Jesus is honestly saying you have to go through difficult times sometimes to transition into something new, right? Something worthwhile never comes easy. You have to put in work or effort or tears or uncertainty. There will be stress. There will be difficult times. But once you get to the other side of these times, He's saying there is hope and joy in Jesus, and there is hope in the new chapters of our lives. So if you are experiencing a time where something in your life is changing, you're transitioning, you're uncertain about the future, just like the apostles and James, and they were saying, what's happening? When will we know? When is the change coming? When is heaven coming to earth? We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen next. As human beings, we really want to know the future, but we can't. That is the in-between time. So sit, think on it, pray on it, journal, listen to music, do something that calms you, and tell yourself, no matter what, it will be okay, because there's always a new door or a new window opening, okay? Do not ever forget that. All right. Thanks, guys. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time.